So here's an example on the application of direct variation. So we're making a square tile, with each side LCM, and the cost of making that square tile is $C. So it's given that C varies directly as the square of L. Okay, so you must know these kind of terminology. C varies directly as something something. So that tells us direct variation. And when the square tile of side 16 cm is made, the cost is $96. So A, express C in terms of L. So the first step is you spell out the variation equation. So here's the equation because C as the subject varies directly. Okay, so here's the terminology. Varies directly as this quantity. Okay, so C equals to K times L squared. But K must be non-zero. So then second step is you use some given information. So this one is a pair, and we substitute them into the equation to solve for K. And so you put in 96 into C, and you put 16 in the place of L, and you solve for K here. And at the end, you answer the question as a complete equation. Now here's some tips for you. This 16 and this 96, they are together as a pair. Okay, now if you look at part B, if a square tile of perimeter 96 cm is sold at 162, find the percentage loss. Don't be mistaken that this 96 cm is a pair with 162 because 1, 96 is not L because it's a perimeter, so we have to find L. The other thing is C is the cost, but 162 is what? It's the selling price. Okay, so they don't match. So what do? First step, we find the L to substitute, and using this equation we get the corresponding C. So we have L matches with a C, the cost. And now when I have the cost and I have the selling price, I could find the percentage loss. So the first step, the length of side of the square tile would be this 96 as the perimeter here divided by 4, which gives 24 cm, and this would be the first step here. Next, we use the equation here. When L equals to 24, I substitute into our variation equation to get C, and so C would be 216, and this would be the second step. Now finally, the relationship between the cost and the selling price would be the percentage loss, or in the case of positive value would be a profit, right? And so the percentage loss would be 216 minus 162, the numerator being the difference between cost and the selling price, and we know that it's a loss. Very, very important. The denominator is always the original number. And in this case, it's always the cost, because cost is always older than the selling price, right? It comes before. And so the answer is 25%, and this is the last step.